Welcome back to the Corona Post Show. Caroline Marks enjoying the spoils of victory, rocketing up to number 2 on the leaderboard. Medina, he'll be wearing that leader's jersey. The yellow will suit him when we get to Margaret River for the Boost Mobile Margaret River Pro, presented by Corona. But he's on top of the world at the moment, and rightfully so. An amazing performance. And no surprises that Gabriel Medina is going to own our Boost Mobile wave of the day. He had probably 5 waves from this event that probably could have taken him there. But today, he just had his eyes set on those big ramps, and Rich, he just continued to launch himself into the sky, wave after wave.
He did indeed, and he found the ramps. That's the thing. He was hunting and ducking and weaving out in the lineup there, but he found the best waves. He found those opportunities, and his make rate towards the end of the event was quite incredible.
Well, let's check it out. The Boost Mobile wave of the day. And this is going to be fun to break down, Luke, because this guy, he just finds another level of height and projection.
And even on the way, what a beautiful turn on the way to this huge air and the projection. And I love how inverted from this angle. Look how inverted that is. Amazing. And Narrabeen, North Narrabeen, it's really given everything. We've had the long, winding walls of the lefts, and then the shore break with the beautiful ramps. It's been a fantastic week.
It's had everything. And another thing that I've just picked up on Gabriel is just the distance that he covers. There doesn't seem to be many other surfers. I know Ítalo's doing them. Ítalo's getting some height and he's getting projection out. But it feel like Gabriel, his distance that he's covering is probably surpassing anyone else.
Massive.
Yeah, it's madness. So fit, so free at the moment, and I just worry about his knees and ankles sometimes, but he just always seems to pop out and power back into the lineup. So strong. That's
actually a thing. Like I was talking with Caroline before the final, and we were watching the semi-final, and we're like, it's amazing that no one's hurt themselves this week, because this shore break out here, the end of the wave there in front of the surf club, it's as gnarly as anywhere, and these guys have just been hucking it out to the flats like I've never ever seen, and no one's injured. So touch wood. That's awesome day that no one's ended their year here at North Narrabeen.
That's right. Let's have a look at the men's leaderboard. We know Medina made that big jump up in the first. Let's see what other movement happened on the ladder here, because there was some huge upsets here at this contest. Ítalo, he only just dropped down to second. John Florence still maintains his position in third, but a bit of shuffling around there. Connor Coffin, Morgan Siblick is just outside that final 5 at the moment. But man, oh man, there's going to be some pretty stressed out perennial title contenders that need to do damage in these next 2 contests. They've got to make it through some big heats.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, that top 3, that's a bit to be expected. But then from 4 down, the things start to really shuffle up. And I actually love that there's some new names in the mix there. And there's a new way that we have to think about those ratings too, or about that final 5. But on the women's side of things, well, look at the top 5 there. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, Carissa Moore, an unbelievable start to the year, a couple of finals and a semi here. She was almost sort of on that same trajectory as Gabriel Medina, but just couldn't get past Tatiana today. But Tatiana makes a big jump, and this is interesting to see, because Tyler Wright, Stephanie Gilmore pushed towards the back. Courtney Conlog, she's been a title contender in the past. She's got work to do, and the race is going to continue over there on the West Coast. It's going to be a lot of fun to see.
Sure is. I can't wait to get over to the west. It's going to be great. Different playing field as well. We've had the 2 breaks on the east coast here of Australia. Now we're going west. We're getting onto the reef breaks. So things are going to be a bit different.
And there is some surfers who'll carry a bit of an advantage going into that contest. But let's check out the top 5 from the contest now. Joanne DeFay, she put together the highest heat score total on the women's side. A great performance from her, and she was disappointed not to take it all the way to the victory.
Yeah, she's turned up in Australia for these events with a lot more flair than I've seen in the past. Linking turns incredibly, and that backhand today and during the week was excellent.
Yeah, and she's a surfer who really isn't afraid to push it onto the shallow reefs over there, the end sections at Margaret River, so she's got a great shot to keep moving up the leaderboard. Number 4, Medina versus Siblick. This guy just continues to impress, Rich. Excellent score to kick off against Medina.
Yeah, and one of the best barrel, or the best barrel that we saw of the entire event. And just a super late takeoff into Pig Dog, but this guy just came bouncing back, found these little inside runners and took to the air and just got super busy. That never say die attitude just paying off for him. You can see here, just amazing. Well, he almost landed this thing with his feet about, 6 inches apart, and then somehow was able to regain stability, rode out of it, and making it very, very clear I made that one.
That was the very final hooter too, so did that just before the hooter sounded. Connor Coffin versus Ítalo. This was one of the most talked about heats that we've ever had on the championship tour, and the judges really put the microscope on this moment and deemed that wave incomplete. And there was a bit of a meltdown out there on the internet. The message boards lit up.
Didn't it? What? Ítalo should be still pretty proud of his performance this week. He's still right up there. He's had a really good run. And Connor Coffin, backhand surfer of the event by far, just beautiful out of the lip turns and, spectacular.
Oh, Ítalo, this was the big meltdown. The frustration coming out. Connor Coffin, though, a magic run through this contest, and he really relied on just the beautiful fundamentals, that backhand approach. Caroline Marks came in at number 2, and she was emotional when she made her way in, Luke. She almost missed this Australian League.
She did. It was a struggle getting here for her for a while. We weren't sure if it was going to happen, so I had a feeling, it was going to happen today. This morning, she just had that feisty, really there was no nerves, there was no what ifs. It was just like, all right, we're doing this. So it was awesome to work with her.
And then we've got the number 1, and no surprises, the performance of the event. He saved it for the last heat of the contest. Gabriel Medina just launching himself to victory here.
Well, it was, unfortunately for Connor, a bit of a one-sided affair here, and Gabriel peaking at the very perfect moment in the final. And just have a look at it. Didn't matter left or right. He just took to the sky and pulling off some of the most just dramatic and fantastic air reverses we've ever seen. And that one came super close to the 10. He asked for it, didn't quite get it. But I'm bound to say, I think we're going to see one before the year's out.
People starting to beg for it.
In his world title year 2014, his maiden world title, he got a victory on the Gold Coast, but Australia hasn't been that kind to him in the past. He's changing all that. He's washed off all those bad memories, but he is heading to a break where he hasn't had a lot of success, but it's not going to matter. Those 3 finals in a row now, the victory, it's going to put him right up there in that final 5. Let's bring the schedule up, because Margaret River presents a different challenge for all the competitors on the championship tour, Luke.
Yeah, it does, and looking forward to getting over there. Some board changes. Everyone will be changing up their equipment for that contest, and then Rottnest probably back to the same boards that they rode here at Narrabeen, and that's going to be really exciting. First time there's ever been a WCT on Rottnest Island. Great place.
Guys, it's been an awesome week. A lot of fun calling these heats. The East Coast is a wrap. We're heading west. May 2nd is when the window opens for the Boost Mobile Margaret River Pro presented by Corona. We'll see you then, but right now we're going to leave you with incredible highlights from what was a memorable week here at North Narrabeen. Carissa mincing.
I'm gonna break.
Dynamic, lots of water coming off the rail again.
Break loose.
Battle for position. Courtney, little bomb of a wave. Gilmore out. Look at the battle to start, these two.
I'm gonna break this game.
The ocean just abandoned him.
I'm gonna break loose.
Tatiana Weston-Webb, as she gets a big victory over the 4-time world champ. Couple of big sections.
The youngster, she's just come in and snatched it.
He's going to bank points for this.
Big, powerful first turn, ditching the fins, times the closeout well.
They were literally bumping shoulders. He's not happy.
There it is, big throw tail. He is absolutely feeling it. This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast,